Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Shane.
And this is Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of Experience the Charm of Tainan. Ooh.
It's a very charming place.
It is a very charming place, so I take that you have been there before?
I've been there several times, and each time I am mesmerized by the beauty and charm of Tainan.
Really? So when you go and visit Tainan, do you usually do the same thing, or every time you go, you do something a little different?
I'll say mostly the same, and then add on a couple of little extra things to do that we haven't done before. But my wife and I will always stay in the same hotel, and the hotel is quite near the water. And there is such a beautiful sunset every night. There's something special about the sunsets in Tainan. I don't know, they're just magical.
It's different from sunsets in Taipei.
Yes.
Okay, so aside from the beautiful sunset and the scenery, I've been to the Salt Mountain. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, I've heard of it. It kind of looks like, the salt looks like snow. It almost looks like the mountain is covered in snow, but in fact, it is sea salt.
Exactly, and I think a lot of people would go there and do some fun activities there as well. So it's very popular amongst the tourists.
Yes, well, there's lots and lots that Tainan has to offer. So why don't we jump into today's lesson and find out exactly what there is for us there.
Good idea.
Okay.
Tainan is a city that is bursting with history and culture. This former capital of Taiwan is sure to impress visitors with its ancient temples, vibrant art scene, and major landmarks. So read on to discover all that Tainan has to offer. One great spot to visit first is the Confucian Temple Cultural Park, which has been a place of learning since the 17th century. Here, you can take part in the fun custom by rubbing the hands of the statue of Confucius that stands inside the gift shop. People do this in hopes that a little of Confucius's wisdom will rub off on them.
So we're looking at part 1 of Experience the Charm of Tainan today. This wonderful and beautiful place, right?
Yes, very charming. It's a place full of charm. So what is charm? So charm is the power of attracting people or pleasing people, making people feel like, wow, that thing is great.
Like a really pleasant feeling, right?
Yeah, that you get, right? So for example, you could say the old town is known for its charm. Karen is known for her charm.
Thank you. And Shane too?
That's not very convincing.
Okay, and Shane too.
Yeah, so I think that actually when you say a person is charming, more often you will say a man is charming than a woman is charming. Have you noticed that?
That's true.
You say he's very charming, but it's rare to hear someone say she's very charming.
That's true. Or has a really charming personality.
For people, more often you say it to or of a male. But when we're talking about things, anything can be charming.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start. Tainan is a city that is bursting with history and culture.
Bursting with history and culture. What does that mean?
So to burst means to explode, right? Like something is full and it can't take anymore and it bursts. It explodes, right?
So full of history and culture.
In other words, it's full, but over full, like so full, right? That it's spilling over, it's bursting out. Okay, this former capital of Taiwan is sure to impress visitors with its ancient temples, vibrant art scene, and major landmarks.
Ooh, a lot of things to see and do there.
Yes.
So former. Former is an adjective, so that just means that existed in earlier times. The former capital city of Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Because right now, Taipei is the capital city of Taiwan, but former, it used to be Tainan,
yeah,
right?
So like in the past,
That's
you could
right.
say, right?
So for example, he is a former soccer star who now works as a coach. So he used to be a soccer star.
Right, in the past, he was a soccer star. Now he's a coach.
That's right.
Okay. We have another vocabulary word, scene. So scene is a noun. It's a particular area of activity or way of life and the people who are part of it. So for example, you can say this city's music scene has improved in recent years. So they have a very lively art scene there. So lively, not lively, sorry, vibrant, which means lively, right? So in this city, if you want to go and experience lots of art, they have a great art scene there.
That's right.
Continuing, so read on to discover all that Tainan has to offer.
All right. One great spot to visit first is the Confucian Temple Cultural Park, which has been a place of learning since the 17th century. So it has been around for such a long time, and that is why we say that it's full of history, right?
All the way back in the 1600s.
So here you can take part in a fun custom by rubbing the hands of the statue of Confucius that stands inside the gift shop. Okay, rubbing the hands of the statue
rub his hands?
of Confucius.
Why would you want to rub his hands?
Let me tell you, people do this in hopes that a little of Confucius' wisdom will rub off on them. So if you want more wisdom, you go and rub his hand.
Oh, and you become wise like Confucius.
That's right. Okay, so wisdom, that is a noun. It's basically the ability to make sensible decisions and give good advice because of the experience and knowledge that you have. So it's different from being smart.
Right. It's like we have the adjective to be wise, right? So if somebody's wise, that's because they have wisdom.
That's right. They have a lot of life experiences and they learn a lot from them. So for example, he has a lot of wisdom. So many people ask him for advice. For someone who has a lot of wisdom, oftentimes people will want to go and ask them for a lot of advice because usually they're very wise.
People are always asking me for advice.
Are they really?
Yes, I guess that just means it's because I have so much wisdom.
Just like Confucius.
To give everyone because I'm old, right? So you have to have lots of life experience in order to give people your little, your
sound
seeds,
advice.
Your seeds of wisdom that you can plant into others and watch them grow.
That's right. And if you don't have so much wisdom yet, do not worry. Just go into the Confucian temple.
Right, and you just rub Confucius's hands and you will become wise.
Exactly. So how about let's take a short break and we'll come back and learn more about this wonderful place.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天我们要跟着课文来一趟台南轻旅行，体验一下台南的魅力。台南以前是台湾首府，那发展到现在，它成了一座充满历史文化的城市，有着古老的寺庙，充满活力的艺术圈，还有一些主要的地标，这肯定会让游客们留下深刻的印象。那我们现在第一站就来到孔庙文化园区，从17世纪以来，这里一直都是一个学习场所。那在这边可以参与一个有趣的习俗哦，就是去搓一搓这个礼品店里面孔子雕像的手。人们会这么做呢，是希望这个孔子的一点智慧能够传给他们。好，来看单字 charm。Charm 是名词，表示魅力、吸引力。那它的形容词是 charming。charming 是形容迷人的、富有魅力的。老师们就有聊到说 charming 常常用来描述男性。好，再来 former， 它是形容词，形容以前的、从前的。那么 scene 在这边它是指活动的领域、圈子或者是什么界。当这个意思解释时，它是不可数名词哦。那么 scene 也有场景的意思。再来 wisdom， 它表示智慧，是不可数名词。那这边有4个重点，我们进入文法时间。 好，我们来看第一个重点是 be bursting 的意思。动词 burst 原本是指爆裂。Be bursting 之后接 with 加名词，可以表达充满着什么，洋溢着什么。像 Kids are always bursting with energy， 孩子们总是精力充沛。那第二重点是 take part in， 表示参与、参加，后面可以接名词或动名词，那就会跟 participate in 或者是 join in 同义。例如More than 10,000 people took part in the parade. 超过1万个人参加那场游行。第三个重点是 in hopes 或者是 in hope 或是 in the hope 之后可以接 that 子句，也可以接 of 加名词或动名词去表达希望能够怎么样，抱持着什么样的希望。我们看两个例句哦。They moved to the countryside in hopes of living a quiet life. 他们搬到乡下，希望能过着宁静的生活。We waited for a while in the hope that the rain would stop. 我们等了一会儿，希望雨会停。那第四个重点是 rub off， 它表示影响、感染或者是传给。rub 当动词原本是指这样摩擦或者是搓的那种意思，那么 rub off 当不及物用，这常常会用一个人的特质、性格、习惯等等来当主词，然后我们在 rub off 后面接 on somebody 去表达说特质、性格等等影响了某人、感染了某人。举例来说 Don't get close to me. I don't want my bad luck to rub off on you. 别靠近我，我不想让我的厄运影响到你。好，接着回到课文中。
Next, get a taste of Tainan's colorful art scene by visiting the Tainan Art Museum. The museum was built in an Art Deco style in 1931, and it has many works of art by local artists on display. After exploring Tainan's artistic side, stop by the Hayashi department store. This building was built in 1932, and the department store still maintains a 1930s flavor. Check out its wonderful mix of shops and cafes while you enjoy its lively, old-school atmosphere.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So before the break, we were learning about this wonderful place called Tainan, and we know that it's full of history and culture, right?
Yes.
And if you want a little bit of wisdom, you can go visit the Confucian Temple.
Yeah.
And rub its hands, the statue of Confucius, right?
Yeah.
So what else can we do in Tainan?
Next, get a taste of Tainan's colorful art scene by visiting the Tainan Art Museum.
I love art.
Yeah, so we were told that it has a very vibrant art scene there. So when you say something is vibrant, like I said before, it's lively, and it also has this feeling of being colorful. Now, we know that colorful usually just means having lots of colors, but it can also mean interesting or exciting, lots of variety in a way that makes people interested or even shocks people.
Makes people go, wow.
So for example, when Casey finished her colorful drawing, she showed it to her mom.
And her mom was very impressed.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's continue. The museum was built in an Art Deco style in 1931, and it has many works of art by local artists on display. Okay, so are you an art lover?
Yeah, and especially when I'm going to visit a place that I've never been to before, I do like to check out the art scene, especially to see local artists.
Exactly, because I think artists, they're all over the world, right? And everywhere in Taiwan, in all the countries. But local artists, people who are actually from Tainan, maybe their style will be a little different.
Right, and then oftentimes the art that is displayed there is going to give you a real feeling for the culture and kind of the life and the experience of living in that area.
Exactly.
Right? Continuing, After exploring Tainan's artistic side, stop by the Hayashi department store.
Oh, I love shopping.
You love department stores?
I love department stores and I love shopping.
Okay, well, you definitely have to go there then. Okay. This building was built in 1932, and the department store still maintains a 1930s flavor.
Wait a second. So when you say that it still maintains a 1930s flavor, what does that mean?
Well, if you go to the side of the building and you lick it, it will taste just like the 1930s used to taste.
We do not lick buildings.
Oh, okay. No, if something has a flavor of something else, that just means that it has like the feeling.
The style,
the look,
the appearance of it, right? Okay, so when you look at it,
the taste.
So it looks very, very traditional and very, very, like it's old, right?
Right, exactly like in the 1930s.
Maybe well maintained. So check out its wonderful mix of shops and cafes while you enjoy its lively, old school atmosphere. Oh, I love going to places like that. You know, you have the modern shops and the cafes while you sit there and enjoy your time. But look at the places around you. It's like you're living in 1930s, right?
That's exactly what it feels like. I'm assuming you've never been there by the way that you're talking. I have been there, and it is just really cool. They have lots of like small little like sellers, like little vendors there, or they have these small little shops where you can buy all kinds of really artistic and creative little things. Just lots of fun little stuff to buy. It's great.
So what you're saying is that the stuff that they sell at this department store is not really the stuff that you can buy in other department stores?
In a normal department store,
so it's different.
Yeah, it's really cool. Lots of artsy stuff.
Wow, I love it already.
Cool. Well, that's all the time we have for now, but we will see you in part 2.
All right, can't wait. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
下一站，我们来到台南市美术馆，体验台南丰富多彩的艺术圈。那这间博物馆采用装饰艺术风格，也有展出许多当地艺术家的艺术作品。好，那么接着呢，还可以去逛林百货。这座建筑是建于1932年，百货公司仍然保持着1930年代的特色，那可以好好的感受那种充满活力的老式氛围。文中用到 flavor， 在这边不是指口味哦，而是指那种特色。风格风味，那么单字 colorful 则是描述多彩多姿的、丰富多彩的，或者是五颜六色的。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Tainan is a city that is bursting with history and culture. This former capital of Taiwan is sure to impress visitors with its ancient temples, vibrant art scene, and major landmarks. So read on to discover all that Tainan has to offer. One great spot to visit first is the Confucian Temple Cultural Park, which has been a place of learning since the 17th century. Here, you can take part in the fun custom by rubbing the hands of the statue of Confucius that stands inside the gift shop. People do this in hopes that a little of Confucius's wisdom will rub off on them. Next, get a taste of Tainan's colorful art scene by visiting the Tainan Art Museum. The museum was built in an Art Deco style in 1931, and it has many works of art by local artists on display. After exploring Tainan's artistic side, stop by the Hayashi department store. This building was built in 1932, and the department store still maintains a 1930s flavor. Check out its wonderful mix of shops and cafes while you enjoy its lively, old-school atmosphere.
If if you are a baseball lover, you're going to love today's topic because we are learning about the Kano Baseball Team and the famous player Wu Mingjie. Now, the Kano Baseball Team is very important to the city of Jiayi, and one of the famous players, their pitcher, is named Wu Mingjie, and he had a lot of success in his baseball career. So let's learn about it.
The Kano Baseball Team is very important to the city of Chiayi. Kano is a Japanese word, which stands for Kaki Agricultural and Forestry School. It is also today's national Chiayi University. The Kano Baseball Team was formed in 1928 during the period of Japanese rule. The team consisted of Han, indigenous Taiwanese, and Japanese people. One of the most representative players was their pitcher, Wu Mingjie. He was born into a renowned family in Miali. He studied in a kagako in Miali, a school for Han children, and then attended Kaki Agricultural and Forestry School. He was one of the original players for the team. He was good at throwing four-seam fastballs, sliders, and curveballs. He was nicknamed Kirinji, or child prodigy, because of his many unpredictable baseball pitches. In 1931, ace pitcher Wu Mingjie helped his school win a Koshian qualifier championship. However, Kano was at a disadvantage during the tournament. Even so, Wu and his teammates' unyielding performance touched the nearly 50,000 spectators in attendance. He helped defeat Shoko Senior High School by pitching a one-hitter. Wu Mingjie became the second ever Taiwanese pitcher to throw a shutout in a Koshian championship. Kano won second place in the end and received the title, World Kano. One critic said that Wu had a great slider and that this master baseball player should be admired by all. Wu Mingjie's baseball career didn't come to an end after graduation. He became a professional baseball player for a Japanese company after graduating from Waseda University. In honor of Wu Mingjie, you can see some places that are dedicated to him in Chiayi City. His glorious history and unyielding spirit started a new chapter in Taiwanese baseball.
After learning about the Kano baseball team and the famous pitcher, Wu Mingjie, I can understand why he is admired by many people. Well, this is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.